Alright, welcome to yet another vlog. The vlog before the birthday week vlog, which won't really show my birthday because my birthday happens after anyways. Forget, let's move on. Hey, we're here to do the vlog. It is 5:42 p.m. on March 27th, 2022. Hey, I remember. We got the cute kitties here that are very much ready for Din Din. But it ain't time. Yeah, but it ain't time. I know. Hey, if you're new here, I do time code these things. They can go long. You may only care about parts of it. So, you can look for those gaps in the timeline to click along, or little chapter stop things, or open the description. You'll see a bunch of blue numbers. It'll tell you what to jump to. You want to go back and forth, watch this in parts, whatever you want to do. That's how you do it. Now, today we are going to do a little bit of cooking, nothing too crazy, something I've wanted to try forever. There's going to be a little bit of a technique thing here. Now, this is a basic technique. I've just never actually attempted it, so nothing crazy, but it should be fun. It should be tasty. We got a little bit of footage from the Lexington Comic-Con, and we'll tell you about that. I'm going to make a cocktail. I believe I have a vinyl unboxing. Mary might do a Peeps taste test. No guarantees on that. I don't know, because we haven't filmed it yet. And of course, we got some reviews. Like, we started watching some Fast and Furious movies. Well, I've seen them. I'm rewatching, but Mary's first time for some of those. And I don't know if we saw, like, a major movie. I guess, did we go see something last week? I don't think so, because of Comic-Con, right? Thursday? So, yeah. Unless we went to something on Wednesday. We'll figure that out. We'll remember and we'll get to it. I'll give you a very brief music update. There's nothing to talk about. Album came out. Nobody cares. I care. That's the most important part. But, well, I shouldn't say nobody. There's a handful of my regulars, some really good people. But in general, most of the world doesn't care. And I think that's about it. So let's get to it. Let's cook. All right, so today we're gonna try making something I've kind of wanted to make for a long time. We're doing a basic, very basic, Huevos Rancheros. So we're going to take some soft white corn tortillas. We're gonna get those crispy. We are gonna hit it with some, I thought about using my refried beans, but we're just gonna do some black beans and some pinto beans. We're gonna hit it with this homemade salsa. I'll tell you what's in it. It's always a little bit different. We're gonna fry an egg. That's the technique I was talking about. I've never actually fried an egg. Well, I've fried eggs, but never tried to get an over easy, not an over easy, but crap. What is it? It's not over easy, because that's like when the whites aren't totally set, right? I just want a runny egg. I forget what it's called, but I'll remember. And I'm gonna hit it with a little pickled red onion, some cojita, nothing too crazy. But so it is about, can I make a good egg and crisping up some of our own tortillas. You can put whatever you want on this, by the way. So cojita cheese, or you could melt some cheese, refried beans. You can use any kind of salsa, or you can make a ranchero sauce. So this is maybe about 6 really firm Roma tomatoes or plum tomatoes. Maybe a couple of 2-3 jalapenos. There's maybe 2/3 a can of chipotle chilies and adobo sauce, all went in there. Bunch of garlic, big head of cilantro, maybe about half a medium to small white onion, and about the juice of a whole lime. Of course, some salt, maybe a hint of pepper. That's pretty much what's in there. Basic salsa, but very, very good. And so now I got the oven preheating. This I've never done either, making crispy shells. You can fry these in oil or you can bake them. I've had a very heavy eating weekend, so I am taking the opportunity to cut calories anywhere I can. So we're gonna do the baking method. And we're at 285 right now. We need to get to 390, and it should take about 10 minutes. I got a cooling rack set up with some tin foil under it just to catch the drippings. Got my silicone brush, because we're going to want to brush these in oil. And I've got some pretty fresh eggs. So let's prep these tortillas, and I think by the time we prep 3 of them, we will be preheated. So I'm sorry I'm using the basic camera and not fancy cam these days, but it is what it is, It's just a little bit easier to work with. Okay, so I just got some olive oil. I'm sure you can use whatever oil you want. Since we're gonna do about 3, that's probably good. And somehow I just dripped. Oh man. We have like this tape in there that's supposed to keep that dripping from happening. I don't know why that's unsealed now. Well, anyways. We'll get to it. I should have brought the salt over. We're gonna want a touch of salt on these too. Okay. Got me a fresh batch of these. I bought these a couple weeks ago. They're about to expire. I was like, wait, what? I really should just make my own too, but I don't have the time or the patience to do that because this is another one of those days where I'm doing the entirety of my YouTube week in a day. Let's find 3 of these that are like really good. That's pretty good. This one's coming apart on the edge a little bit. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I wonder if I could get 4 on here. I could probably fit 4 on here. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, okay. We'll crisp up 4. I kind of want to eat this one, but I'm not gonna. Oh, I could have just diced. Well, no, that would be boring for y'all. You're lucky I'm cooking. I almost didn't cook anything today. Or at least, you know, not vlog cooking. I was like, nah, my peoples, put my ring away. My peoples need some enjoyment. So we're just gonna brush these with oil. Get a nice little light coating on there. Might actually need a little more oil in my bowl. We're gonna hit both sides with some oil and a pinch of salt. Don't wanna get it super duper oily though. This is not the bedroom on my birthday. Oh, what? Yeah, even I'm like, yeah, that might have been too much. Okie artichoke. I probably could get more tortillas on here if I foil lined the pan, but I was like, parchment, wax paper, whatever it is, it'll work. So we're gonna basically put these in for about 4 to 5 minutes per side. We're gonna watch them closely. And when we pull them out after the first side, we're supposed to push down on them with like a spatula or something to make sure that we don't, you know, kind of get air bubbles out. So yeah, as usual, I've underestimated or incorrectly estimated my time because apparently the oven is ready to go and I am not. Mary is on her way home from doing some shopping. And I am probably gonna definitely need more oil in that bowl. Let's get a little salt on all these. Not a lot, just a little sprinkling. Give them just a touch of extra flavor. Okay, and we're gonna flip them all. Let's get a little more oil in the bowl. And just repeat that process real quick. A little bit sloppier because now they want to slide around a little more where the oil on the other side. And excuse my farting, I've had a lot of beans lately. Just kidding, I have the windows open. It's starting to be spring around here. Shh, don't tell the weather, it is Kentucky. Actually, I think we have some more winter coming back in for a day or two here. It has been a whirlwind of interest, literal whirlwind of interesting weather, as we'll talk about in the Comic-Con section, because kind of hurt me out of an opportunity, but it's fine. It's a very expensive opportunity, and honestly, in hindsight, I kind of regret spending the money, and well, now I got the money back. But we'll talk more about that coming up. After these messages. I think I am over-oiling these a bit, I'm not gonna lie. Some of them, I think I've got a little bit more on there than they really need. It's definitely gonna change the caloric content. Okay. That should be fine. A little more salt. Oh, shite. And boom. Okay. Put these in the oven. Little rack, 390. Echo. Set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
That out. I'm gonna go ahead and put my tortillas away if you don't mind. And I am going to set this out of my way and hope it doesn't fall apart like that again. And let's clean the oil off. Yeah, I don't know why it's suddenly leaking. If the tape trick had worked for a long time, but it's starting to leak again. Okay. Let's see. I might keep the salt around for some other things here in a minute, because these beans were made to go in something and they were never seasoned or anything, so. All right. Give me another little bowl for cracking my egg, just to make sure I don't, you know, make too big a mess here. Let's go ahead and get one. Been a minute, let's see what we do. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Might have even been able to do that one one-handed. I have changed up my plans. I was originally gonna make this thing that was gonna be like scrambled eggs and baked tortillas with a whole bunch of like stuff in them. But then I thought, it's gonna be a lot of food, it's gonna be a lot of eggs. It's gonna be a lot more than I need. I guess I could go ahead and make like a little mixture of these beans too and kind of warm them up once we get going. So let me get another little bowl. Little bowl, little bowl, little bowl. Just put a random amount in here. Let's hit those with some salt. Salty beans. Okay. Oh, how are we doing? 240, okay. I'm gonna check this thing in just a minute because we don't want them to burn. Throw those in the microwave for a few seconds in a bit. Get an egg making pan ready to go. Taking a quick little look, see. All right. Get me a Spatula City spatula on standby for flattening. Actually, we don't want that there yet. And I just realized I'm going to need to make some better room. Let's see, let's put them up there. Okay, and then I can do that. All right, we'll put them here to show them to you. Give it a few more seconds. Actually, I'm going to take no, we'll give it a few more seconds, and then we'll check and see what we think. At least this should be a quick little, theoretically, knock on wood, a quick little cooking session, and hopefully a delicious, tasty meal. Again, this is one of those things you can kind of put whatever on it. It usually is just some kind of beans and some kind of sauce and some kind of, and a fried egg on a crispy tortilla. That is my understanding of the basics of this, but you can do whatever. Tempted, I have some guacamole I've made that might be bad now. I have some avocados that might be perfect, but I don't know if I'm gonna deal with them. I'm gonna take a peek here. We're gonna give that a minute, they're not quite browning. This might take the full 5. We just hit 4-minute mark. And I just realized I could do something fun here. Well, no, I'm gonna have to bring them over to you and flip them, so. All right, and I cracked that egg nicely. I guess I could fry that egg in a touch of butter. Let me get a little butter out. Nah, we'll use the oil. We'll use oil. Oil will be fine. All right, once these go back in, I'm gonna start warming up the oil. We got about 20 seconds till we hit that 5-minute mark. I don't know, where I kind of over-oiled them, they might need to go a little bit longer, honestly. Because yeah, there's only 10 seconds left on that 5-minute countdown. Echo, dismiss. I don't know, man. You know what? Yeah, no, these can come out. These can come out. Because they're going to go back in. They're going to get flipped. All right, so we're going to take these out. We're going to take a quick look at them. You know, not bad. You can see they're starting to curl up a little bit, so we're going to push down, kind of hopefully pop out any air pockets. And give them a flip. Shrinking up a little too, so that's good to note. Alright, so that's there. Let's throw them back in for another 5. Echo set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Starting now.
Oh yeah, and then I feel dumb looking this up, but hey, this is how you learn. How to fry an egg. And Mary is home, so honestly, probably should have just waited a minute and asked her. All right, let's see. Take a minute. All right, tablespoon of oil, nonstick skillet, medium. Okay. Keep the yolk intact. Oil is ready. Pour 2 eggs in the skillet. We're just doing 1. I'm covered for a minute. If you like some browning on the bottom, the edges of the white. Use a higher heat. Cover the pan for 1 minute. Put a lid on the pan and cook the eggs until the white is set and the yolk is done to your liking. For running your eggs, stop cooking when the white has just set and the yolk is still bright yellow. Should I get a different pan for this? I don't really have a lid for that. I wonder if I should. Let's let that fucking cool. Let's get a different pan. We're only doing, well, I kind of hate to use this puppy, but I know I've got a lid for this puppy. I got a puppy lid. That'll work, right? Nope, it's the bigger one. Which, where did we keep the bigger one? Over here, right. Yeah. Yeah. Need to take a look at that shit real quick too. Yeah, that'll work. So let's get that medium heat back on. So I put about a tablespoon of the oil in. Might be a little more than a tablespoon, but it is what it is. Clean that up. Taking a look at my stuff here. What's the time on that? Okay, it's about halfway through that 5 minutes. Starting to look pretty good. Hey, Mary.
Hey.
We got tostadas almost crisping and egg about to
Probably slayer.
get fried.
Or not. There it goes.
And Eric running out of room.
Quick shit.
Yeah. Okay. That works. Okay, how are we doing here? 2 minutes on that. I'm gonna go ahead and warm these beans up a little bit. Like 45 seconds. All right. So what do? Okay. I'm gonna put the eggs in, cook for about a minute. I'm gonna put the lid on. So I guess for like another minute. I don't really know. I've never done a runny egg before, so that's what we're about to learn if I can do. No, I've never made, no. I've do scrambled eggs, I've done,
You've done egg dishes with a runny yolk before.
well, yeah, like baked eggs. I've not actually done a fried egg with a runny yolk. And you need to be very clear of my timing, my space right now, because we're about to hit go time here.
Well, I'm trying to actually clear some space.
No, you're fine. I was giving you the heads up that I'm in that mode of about to be back and forth like cray cray. Might have got those beans a little hotter than I wanted to.
Am I okay to put my chicken in here?
Yeah, you can work there. That's fine. Except I'm gonna have the cooling rack there if that's all right.
That's fine.
But it shouldn't be. I shouldn't need it too long. Let me look in here, boys. We're gonna give that the full 5 minutes though, so a little bit longer. Oil should just about be ready. Beans are steaming. All right.
Yeah, my back's just a little sweet.
Oh, I'm sorry, hon. In hindsight, I'm not sure if I'm going to use the pickled onion because of the onion in the salsa.
Yeah.
About 15 seconds.
You did not get the thing to set out to get. Soil.
Oh, they didn't have it?
They were sold out yesterday.
Bummer. All right, it's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, they are a little puppy. Echo, cancel timer. Try to show you. Here we can actually get the camera where you can see what I'm about to do. There we go. All right, we're gonna try flattening these back down some more. They're still a little flimsy, but apparently they will crisp as they cool. Kind of just push some of these air pockets out a little bit. Let's get them on the cooling rack.
Oh. I might try flipping them upside down.
It's not a bad idea, just so they can kind of flatten out that way. I'm starting to get a little bit of browning on the bottom. Okay. All right, so now let's get the egg in. Echo, set timer for 1 minute.
This is what I hate Ryan using oil.
Yeah.
It hits.
Guess I should season it a touch. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper.
Now, is this something I'm going to want to eat?
Oh, I don't know. I'm only really making one. It's just beans, salsa. No, my salsa might. I don't know if my salsa is too much for you. Oh, fuck. You want to see the egg? Shit. Yeah. There you go.
I missed most of the show.
Yeah, you missed the spitting, but hey, we got this cooking. Is that supposed to be like that? Do I do anything to it? I just let it go?
I see you're basically cooking white food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's basically what you do.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it setting around the edges. Get a little more on the heat.
Yeah, you'll probably get some pretty crispy edges.
1. Well, they say you want crispy edges. You go on the Echo cancel timer. So I guess I'm just looking at this until I see the white looks about set, and that's when we're gonna pull it.
You see the whites of the eyes.
Yeah, and these are definitely crisping up nicely over here. Let me give you a little plate together. Yeah, it's definitely spitting in there. Oh yeah, this is crisp. This is crisped up nicely. It's still maybe a little rubbery in the center, but not terrible. Let's get some of the beans on there. I'll just use them all. I got plenty of beans. Get some of the salsa on here. It's looking like that's about ready. It did kind of, I wish I had gotten more of a white though, like not as thick of a white. Oh man, I think I just broke this fucking container. That's not good. Oh, that's a fucking fork. God damn it, Eric. Figure out your shit. Let's get some of the salsa. And I'm gonna take the heat off. Definitely got some crisp edges. And see what we think. That is definitely a nice little light egg. Our fried egg. Well, I mean, that looks pretty good. Ooh, I know what it needs. Hold on. One more nice little pretty feature. Where is it? He's very cute. He's so cute, buddy. Got some of this chipotle crema we made before. Let's just Yeah, there we go. Decorate that plate a little bit. And there you have it. Let me pull you off and show you close up. I do feel like it could use a little greenery. I probably should have put some avocado on there, but I think that's gonna be pretty good. I just wanna try it like that. I wanna just try some basic. Ooh, look at that steam in the backlight. And see what we think. Mary, my dear, would you mind? Thank you. Give me some photos here.
Hi, buddies. Hi. Oh, stream close up. Who's the tall boy? Who's the tall boy?
Find the light. Sure, that'll work. All right, now for the fun part.
You have a fork?
Nope, about to get one. Might need a knife too. Just to cut through the tortilla a little bit.
Might need a sharper knife.
Well, no, I mean, just kind of breaking it, something to mash with.
All right.
And let's get a nice little eggy bite here. Well, maybe Mary's right. Don't ruin the fun. I got some. All right. Maybe this might not be the best bite, but let's, we got a little salsa, we got a little beans, we got a little egg in there.
Helicopter's going over.
Right, yeah. Oh, fuck. We didn't do, god damn it.
Didn't do thumbnail?
Mm-hmm. Mmm.
Oh, I got back up a little bit. There you go.
Ooh. Right.
Here, I'm going to.
Well,
Go ahead, do your thing, and then I'm going to do something to help you out.
I want to see how, if I got my egg right, because I do think the white is mostly good.
Okay. Before you cut into that, let me do something real quick.
Okay, well, I'm going to have a bite without egg then. It's hungry and it's pretty tasty.
Let's shift your plate.
Oh, that's fine. I wasn't really having a slippy plate problem.
It was slippy. I was watching it slip.
Yeah, please be aware of where you're pointing the camera because you've left the tax information out for ages.
It's buried under.
I know it's buried now, but I don't think I got all the things. Let's see, now I can't turn my plate. All right, let's get in close on this. We want to see this egg. See if we got the egg yolk. Oh, baby, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice runny egg. Hey, Eric did a great job with his runny egg. Now I kind of just want to make some runny eggs and toast. All right. Let's get some real stuff. My egg is like just totally coming off though.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought you were planning on making more since you did 3 whatchamacallits.
I made 4 tortillas.
4, I'm sorry.
Well, it's what I had the space to make, and in case I screwed up, I had extras. Now we have extras for other things. That's pretty good. I think it could be better, but that's pretty good.
How spicy is it?
Only as spicy as my salsa. Feel free to, but again, maybe kind of blend it out with some other stuff. You do have to kind of push down to cut through the tortilla. There you go.
Get just a little bit of everything here. I got a little tiny bit of heat on the back end, but not bad.
Okay.
I think that between the egg and the crema,
Yeah,
that helps.
but wait, what do you think of this?
I don't think that's good.
You like that?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'd be halfway tempted to have you make me one.
Well, I mean, I just gotta fry another egg. All right, I'm gonna eat this and we'll figure out the rest.
Okay.
Okay, I kind of want to try just one of these just to see. This one's a little rubbery in the center, but they needed to be crisper. Tastes good. Yeah. So, I definitely should have let it run longer in the oven. Or maybe oiled them a little less. But mostly I'm proud of the egg. Yeah, I wanted to make that for a while. Not bad. I already made Mary one, and I remember put some cojita on there, so I think the egg was even nicer this time.
It looks pretty.
Yeah, although it doesn't show up on the white plate as much as I hoped, but yeah, it looks like I did a really good job cooking it. Yet again, I'm an egg master.
Can I have that? Did you put the silicone pad away?
No, right here.
'Cause I can feel my thing slipping all over this.
Feel your face when I'm with you? I've already made a mess. Maybe I should make one more egg and just eat it on that last corn tostada. I do think my salsa is kind of a thick, chunky salsa. I think it'd be better with a like more of an actual ranchero sauce or like an enchilada sauce.
Try not to. This is. Should probably get a bigger fork.
Gonna need a bigger fork.
Jack. Pretty good. Give me just a second. Oh, Jack.
I know. I was gonna move the chair. Well, here while you eat that bite, I'll move the chair in this way. Whoop.
Oh, that was my foot. Moment of truth.
Slow mo. Oh yeah. Oh, I wish I had got that in slow mo. That was beautiful. God, it makes me. Maybe I should make me another egg. All right, well, I'm gonna let Mary enjoy that, and I'm gonna figure out if I'm gonna have another egg or not. Well, I've already made a big old poppy hissy mess. Hey, I forgot to film any of the con yesterday, but we're maybe gonna get an hour today. The traffic's gonna be shit. They close early, but we're gonna dress up. We're gonna have fun. I'll try to show you a little bit of the con, but in the meantime, I've never had it in a McDonald's fish fillet, so I thought, hell, I'll try one since Mary was getting them. Now that I like tartar sauce, I'm sure it's the best thing in the world. But let's try. Texture's ass, but it's okay.
It has cheese on the bone. But
Yeah. No, it's just that the fish is a little, it's not really crispy or anything, you know? It's not bad. It's about what I expected. The tartar sauce is decent, but I could certainly do better, and I will in the future. All right, we'll get on the road here in a minute. Hello there. We has a mic. We has a Deb. We just took pictures of the Rancor. We don't get a lot of time today. They close in an hour and a half.
I'll buy some. That might be it.
It's another good con. A lot of stuff.
Very funny.
Mike has a lot of midichlorians. Send him to Coruscant to get trained. And Mary lost her wallet.
Thanks for sharing.
Don't want it in there?
No, I'm kidding.
I just thought it was part of the story. Hopefully it's at home or something, or fell out in the car where Dad didn't look, but it's not looking good. Still no look on Mary's wallet. I screwed up too. I have a thing I brought yesterday, and not realizing the celebrities wouldn't be here. I was gonna get Jason Mewes to sign, get Kevin to sign as well when I meet him. And man, we went down to Celebrity Row and it was dead like an hour before they closed, but Jason was wrapping up. There was one person in line, so I was actually gonna go over there and get a photo, but then they were cash only. I'll catch him tomorrow, hopefully. We're back. I forgot to update you. Mary's wallet was at home. I found it in her coat pocket.
Yes, you're right.
I'm starving.
I even put on video for you.
What? I'm starving, but I'll get food eventually. Unfortunately, due to bad weather, Kevin Smith's flight was delayed, and they had to move all that stuff to tomorrow, and it starts at 10 a.m., which, nope. So I got a refund. That's fine. And now we're just spending a bunch of time trying not to spend a bunch of money.
We'll look at that on the way up that way.
Yes, I'm not. No, I'm kidding. Of course not. Is it over there, or did you want to go to? We'll go to that one. Yeah. Is that one open? It looks like a booth in front of it. We watched the costume contest. It was fun. I can't show the basketball. That will get me in trouble. So now we're having some tacos, and I got the most important part that I think you can see. No, it was a lot better before, but you can see the smoke. Yeah, mine just went out. But I got a flaming jalapeno margarita. I'm gonna have 2 of these and 3 al pastor tacos before Taco Week tomorrow. Costume contest was fun. Here, we're gonna hunker down. That way we can do that without having basketball in the shot.
Just had that on my head. You're better off going in the corner. You don't have to have me in the picture.
There. So we'll do more vlogging later. That was Comic-Con. It was a boring experience. Also, I'll show you our haul. We did pretty good. We were good people, but in terms of we didn't spend a lot. But what we got is very cool. Mary will remind me to do the haul. Right?
Okay, sure.
Sure? Mm-hmm. You sure? Mm-hmm. You sure? We're going up the nose. Going all the way up the nose. Comic-Con. Look, you can see us, seeing us, see us, see us. Look, I have my face over my face. All right. So we did Lexington Comic and Toy Convention. God, how many years has it been now? How long has this been running?
A long time.
At least like 10 or something. You know what?
I think at least 14. Because I think the guy at the costume contest said he'd been judging it for about 14 years.
I would believe that, and this does relate because she shared a memory where Deb does her VNC toy booth. She's at least been running a booth for 11 years, so
yeah,
it's been going on a while. Often, we always go. I always have at least somewhat of a good time. I gotta admit, and this is not a knock at the show. This is just me. Things have changed for me personally, my tastes, I suppose. So I don't know. This year was kind of a letdown for me. I kind of felt like a little bit wasted money. And a lot of that is because since going to Disney and all that, and I want to go again, my priorities have changed. Like I don't really collect toys anymore, except for once in a while, once in a blue moon. We'll show you our haul after this, I assume. And I wasn't looking to do that much with celebrities because while they had a couple of banger fucking celebrities, it wasn't anybody unusual to the con or extremely exciting for me. And with art, like the last couple of years, we've been into getting art, but we both have bought so much art and haven't hung any of it. So we made a rule that we're not really allowed to buy art until we start hanging some.
Yep.
Because also we could end up accidentally buying the same thing and all that kind of stuff. So there's that. So we bought the VIP tickets. They're usually like $100 for the 4-day weekend each. They were up to $140 this year. Not sure that was entirely worth it. You get a free shirt and some bunch of other stuff, which you'll see. But I don't know. I was kind of disappointed with it. And we'll talk about the Kevin Smith thing. Kevin Smith and Sam Raimi are like 2 huge fucking gets they got this year. And I debated forever about buying Kevin Smith stuff. But we'll come back to that. We'll circle around. That's the big part of my part of the story. But the con itself, again, it's very well run. They know what they're doing. They put it together well. As you've seen some of the footage, we went in on Thursday, the preview day. No celebrities that day, but a lot less people. So we were able to look at the whole con, get a sense of where we wanted to spend our time and, possibly money. Friday, we barely had any time, as you have seen. The wallet situation, and we were dressed up. It was cute, but obviously that puts a damper because even outside of spending time looking for the wallet, it just changes the mood. And I've been there, so like I could understand that she probably couldn't enjoy any of Friday because it's just always on her mind. Like fuck, there's a billion things I have to deal with if I've lost my wallet and and all that. So I get that. So Friday was kind of a wash. Saturday. Well, again, with the Kevin Smith thing, I bought this exclusive Kevin Smith experience. I had been on the fence forever about, I had told myself I wouldn't mind a Jay and Silent Bob photo op, but it was way too early to get them in the same photo op together. I wasn't going to wake up for that. And then I thought I should at least get a Kevin Smith autograph so I could talk to him about being the Star Wars crying guy. And I thought, photo op would be fun because we can cry. And by the time I decided I would do it, those were sold out. So you had to buy the Kevin Smith experience for an extra $50 and get VIP seating in the panel. I was like, all right, I can do all that. So Saturday I had to get up quite a bit earlier than I normally would. So I was a little tired. And unfortunately, the weather fucked his flight. So they had to move all that to Sunday. So I didn't have to get down there as early. But I spent the day tired. We went down there. We had some awful fucking, I shouldn't say awful, but not great cafeteria food. They have a fancy cafeteria now at Rupp, but it's still overpriced for very average food. I mean, you had a $5 plain ass 6-inch hot dog, and even you were like, it was okay. It was just a hot dog.
Yeah.
I was like, I know, right? But everybody was great, especially about losing the wall. And we got to dress up as Jedis and take pictures with the Rancor and all that kind of stuff. There was a great...
That was Friday.
Yeah, I'm just generalizing now. There was a great flash mob of everybody dressed up like prisoners from Andor. And they all come running through with One Way Out, chanting One Way Out. I tried to catch it for you all, but I couldn't. And that was really cute. Like some of them were wearing like rubber duck rafts kind of thing, or like carry, like swimsuits and towels. They were having fun with it. It was really charming. I like that the 501st immediately and instantly recognized our lightsabers as, oh, they got Disney sabers. And of course we're like, were you saying that as a good thing or a bad thing? The tone in that was a little unsure. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I got Disney sabers.
Well, I don't think it wasn't quite like that. They're like, hey, they got Disney sabers. It was very like middle of the road. Like, is that good? Is that bad? I couldn't tell. But it was very fun to wear my robe in public, and I look good in those shirts. You're right. Those shirts suit me. Should wear them more. So anyways, they moved Kevin Smith. He couldn't get his flight until Sunday. And signatures I would have had to been down there and in line at 10 a.m. when they open. After already being exhausted from waking up way too early for me Saturday. And like the photo op was like 1:30, and the panel would have been at 4, and then I would have had to skip dinner and my dinner out and all that stuff. So I just got a refund. I just couldn't do it. I've seen pictures though today of him hanging out. Like he took pictures of Sam Raimi and stuff. And I'm like, now I kind of regret it slightly. But it is what it is. So I don't know. It was just a little bit of a wash for me this year.
I'm surprised Sam Raimi was still here on Sunday.
Yeah, no, he was Saturday and Sunday, and he was kicking ass. Never got to see Anson Mount. That would have been kind of cool. At least I got to see Sam Raimi with my own eyes.
Didn't see Warwick either. The few times that we walked.
That's a good point, but he was fairly restricted in his time as well. Saw some friends, things like that. That was cool.
You got recognized.
Oh, I got recognized twice. Oh, if you're one of the people who recognize me, hey, what's up? You made my day. You were the best part about the con for me. It's come to a place where at every other con, I might get recognized once. This is the first time I ever got recognized twice, and it's very pleasant both times. Both people, they could have taken more of my time if they had wanted. I would have talked to them longer, but everybody
would have.
That's probably why they're like, hey, I like your videos. I really appreciate. I didn't know you lived here. But no, it's very sweet of both of them. I feel like they both had chainsaw hands though.
No,
I'm trying to remember if that was true or not, but my brain remembers them both.
One of them was an Ash.
One of them definitely was.
I don't think the other one was.
Yeah, maybe not. But anyways, that was really cool.
1 or 2 chainsaw men running around.
Oh, and Mary actually drugged me to the costume contest.
Yeah.
Waiting for the costume contest sucked. It was about to kill me. I was about to die. I was like, the DJ sucked. The lighting in the contest room is horrible. Y'all, like, I don't want to do it, but fucking hire me next year. I'll rent the lighting package. I'll run the boards. The show itself could be run a lot more interesting for very, very little. You just need somebody that will do it, I guess. But it was very cool.
I need an MC next year. We need to get Mike.
Yeah, Mike should MC. I'll run the lights and the audio board, and it'll be fucking great. Judges were great. Costumes were great. People were great. Some people greater than others. Because again, you have the 3 classes: novice, journeyman, and masters. And some of the novices were insanely impressive, honestly.
Yeah. Also, I appreciate I especially if your first time. I understand if nerves are getting the better of you, but there was a lot of people who did not get the assignment.
Because they're like, come up, say your name, say who you are, and then strike a pose.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people who came up, hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm so-and-so, and bye.
Yeah, which, I mean, again, I understand. And then some people would come up and be really great, like, I am so-and-so and I am so-and-so and they're great. Yeah. We had the one guy, I'm sorry, if you watch this, I feel bad. I'm going to shit on you a little bit. I'm sorry. But there's at least one guy that we're pretty sure just wanted to get on stage.
Oh, that one.
Because he's in jeans and a random like Nike t-shirt and a flannel shirt, and he had bought like a little hatchet. And he goes up and claims, like, I'm an original character from D&D and I'm this, that, and the other. And I'm like,
sure you actually.
What is the costume here? Did you literally create a D&D character that wears a Nike t-shirt? I mean, maybe, okay? Maybe he's like great and it's like the superest, coolest thing ever. But from the audience viewpoint, I was like...
You were just trying to win a bet, weren't you?
Yeah, right. Exactly. But yeah, no, there's some like real armor made, some real stitch work. Oh my God, the chick that was Daisy, between the wigs and the costume and the layers, like it was pretty fucking fantastic.
Yeah, or was it the Rococo, Ivy
and Riddler? Yeah, those were really, really good too. So some of that stuff may be in the vlog. I mean, not the costume.
I have video.
Yeah, you shot it on the phone. That's an ass pain to transfer.
Sorry, I don't have another phone.
This is why I have an iPhone, so I can shoot phone video that's easy to get onto a MacBook. Have you ever tried getting your video from a Samsung Galaxy onto your your MacBook?
Well, what if I put it on a thumb drive for you?
How? Are you talking about going through your PC?
I mean,
yeah, except no, I have to finish this tonight, so that ain't happening.
Okay.
But no, I mean, that was probably easier, but I've dealt with trying to get Samsung footage onto a MacBook. It is not fun.
Yeah, they say you can do it, but...
It is very overly complicated and pain in the butt. But anyways, besides, just put it on your Instagram or something. You know, you use that sometimes. But, you know, I mean, listen, it wasn't a terrible time. It just wasn't a great time. Mostly the weather was cooperative. I love that I got to go be Cree Von Boots with Rima Von Boots again for a bit. Never drank at the convention, though, because they had very limited options. They had a lot of limited options about a lot of things in that regard.
Yeah, next time we'll definitely check out the food trucks.
Yeah, the food trucks probably would have been better, but really we should have just gone across the street to like Pies and Pints or something. There's so many great restaurants, literally, like you could see out the window and they're right there across the street.
Yeah.
But we thought we'd try the food court again because we remember last year the ramen place was overpriced and underwhelming. It wasn't that it was bad, it's just that it's very mediocre for the prices they're charging. Yeah. It's like we're just trying to put some kind of substance in your belly. And we're going to double charge you for it. I mean, you know, you're paying for the convenience of not leaving the place. Although, now you have to walk so fucking far that you might as well. Because, like, you got to go all the way down to the first level. You got to go under the escalators, walk, like, you know, quarter of a mile, and then turn around. Here's the thing.
The convention center's a bit of a rabbit warren.
Yeah, the whole new build in the last year or two is really awkward at times.
And I think it's just where they're trying to... like work around Rupp Arena, because you have the convention center and then you have Rupp Arena and then you have the Hyatt, and I really feel like it probably should have been the other way around.
Yeah, they really kind of built it all weird, but
because I could have sworn the basketball court used to be at the far end, but maybe now I'm thinking about I'm wrong. I
still don't quite understand it. It still doesn't. It's almost like a TARDIS. It doesn't make sense. From looking on the outside and looking on the inside, they don't compute to me. But I've had so many years in the various builds. So
now, I'm going to be interesting because I'm going again next weekend for the Home and Garden Show.
Which I was going to go with because I drag her to a lot of stuff. And
well, it drags me to everything.
Because you make me look so much better. God, we should have gone to Horror Hound instead, by the way. I'll talk about that in just a second. But I feel bad because then she told me, I wasn't paying attention when she told me dates. If you told me dates, you probably did, and I probably just didn't pay attention.
I think I told you like the last weekend of March.
And I should have, what I needed to hear was the first weekend of April. Like if that was the case, that was the miscommunication. Because first weekend of April kicks off my birthday weekend. It's 2 days of WrestleMania, which I've been prepping her for and prepping me for, and I'm excited to put together my cheese platter of Bianca Gruyere and, it's championship cheeses. Well, on Saturday we have the NXT starting at 1 with their own little pay-per-view, and then then WrestleMania starts with like countdown at 7, goes live at 8, and then Sunday we have the 7 and then 8. So, but she'll be back Sunday.
Yeah.
I just I can't do two fucking. I'm not a complete introvert. I'm not a complete extrovert, But man, I can't give up like 2 entire weekends like that. Like I just, I need to be able to chill.
You'd be one day, couple hours.
The one day changes my entire weekend plans. It does. I'd have to get up early on Sunday.
And because it's the same time everywhere, you will never go to a Home and Garden show.
Maybe not that one. You may have to get me to a different one. Unless I change
There isn't
WrestleMania.
another one.
We'll figure that out. Was there something else I was going to tell them about real quick? I think I said I was going to say something and then...
You're going to talk more about Kevin... No, you talked about Kevin
I
Smith.
talked about Kevin Smith. We briefly met Jason Mewes. I was going to go ahead and get a photo because we walked up at the end on Friday and nobody was there. Last person walked away. He was about to leave. He was about to start packing up and leave. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get a photo while nobody's here. But he was cash only, and with the wallet situation, we didn't have any cash. And since he was
had time to go to an ATM.
Well, yeah, and since he was basically ready to go chill and be done for the day. I wasn't gonna be like, will you wait for me to go to an ATM that's on a different floor? It's not really, but it still would have been. I know, but it was still quite a distance from it.
Kudos to the convention center for getting more than one ATM now.
Yeah, no, again,
I think it had 4.
And to be clear, I am not trying to shit on anything they do at Lexington Comic and Toy Convention. They run a great fucking show. Any of my complaints are all specifically related to me and my personal experience that are on my faults.
I think a lot of the shortcomings have more to do with the convention center itself than how LTC runs things.
I'll agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Any actual complaints are based more on the convention center itself. And then
they're not running the food court or whatever.
Right, exactly. And hey, they brought in food trucks. They haven't done that previously, which to me says they said they had a lot of complaints about the food court, and they're like, "Look, we're giving some other options this year."
I'm not sure they could have brought in the food trucks before because of the construction.
There's also that too, yeah.
At least not in recent years.
Yeah, because again, like I said, they run a fucking great show, so I ain't trying to knock any of that. And like when we started with this, is like just some of my priorities and tastes and what I wanted to achieve have changed.
I will say it did not affect us because we already had our badges, but Saturday morning was a bit of a shit show, it looked like.
Well, it's because Saturday's the biggest day and so many people come in and only get to go Saturday. They don't have a chance to check in early and get their badges before, so there was a massive line.
And I drove past it coming back from someplace else, and the wind was blowing like a mother. I was like, oh, I feel so sorry for some of these people in costume because it's getting blown all over the fucking place.
Yeah. If you can check in before the day you're going in, go ahead and get your badges. Absolutely fucking do that. We didn't do it this year, but again, we always have the 4 days, so I do try to go on Wednesday and grab them, so we're just easier on Thursday. But honestly, we got down there, like 6:30? They opened at 6 on Thursday. We got down there about 6:30, and it was almost no wait whatsoever on a Thursday. But that's preview check-in day. Friday is going to be worse. Saturday is going to be the worst. I know what I was going to talk about briefly. I do wish I had gone somewhere else this year.
Oh, Horror Hound.
I did not realize that we had Horror Hound going on in Cincinnati, an hour away from us. And normally, sometimes it happens, and that's fine, and I would ignore it. But my God, there's at least 3 crucial fucking guests that would have made it so much more exciting for me, especially because 2 and a half of them I would have really hung out with. One, they had motherfucking Scott Ian from Anthrax, which just would have been delightful. I think I've told the story here about how I briefly I tripped over my own fandom. Huh?
Is this the Vegas story?
Yeah, like I'm waiting outside to get a table at a restaurant, and all of a sudden this guy's coming walking towards the restaurant. I'm like, is that? And as he walks right up to go inside, it is. And I say, hey, you're Scott Ian. He's like, hey, what's up, man? Just keeps on walking in. And I'm like, that was my choice of interaction, is to tell him what his name is.
I think that probably happens a lot.
Yeah, I know, but I'm usually better than that. But he's a huge influence on me. I love the band Anthrax. And he's why I like the knee-length cargo shorts. All that is all me. The other is, of course, Lloyd fucking Kaufman was there. I could have hung out with him some more. You know the story of me and Lloyd, how much I fucking love Lloyd. And, of course, Gringo Fantastico came out on Sunday. That would have been amazing. But the thing that really made me be really pissed off I didn't know and didn't go is my fucking boyfriend Jonah Ray was there all weekend. And he was doing photo ops with him in costume and the bots even, which would have been amazing. But honestly, just to go hang out with that guy a little bit again, just shoot the shit some more, would have been fucking awesome, because I love that dude.
Just out of curiosity.
And I'm so jealous Gringo has posted a bunch of photos with him, because he's getting Jonah on Fantastico, or Disaster Piece Theater on the Trauma Now app, which you should get. It's like, oh, Jonah's going to be a guest next season? Ooh, jelly.
So question, if we had done the con, would we have gotten a hotel room up there, or would we be driving back and forth?
No, I think we would have gotten a hotel room for that.
Okay.
And just kind of hung out the weekend. But, because that, we would have gotten a hotel, because it would have eventually occurred to me, lobby parties, those fuckers will party. We're going to go drinking with Lloyd and Jonah and Gringo, like, late in the night. And
I'll be like, okay, I'll be up in the room. I'll come down and say goodnight.
which would have made you and me look even cuter, because they love that shit. All right, anyways, that's way longer than I meant to talk about Comic-Con. We good?
Yep.
We good. Mary and I need to go play a fucking Mario game, and I finished doing an entire week of YouTube in one day. I know. Comic-Con haul.
Hi.
So first we're gonna just we're gonna keep it lively. So we got so we did VIP. Actually, can you pull out your badge without the other thing? I didn't think about this before we rolled. We actually made a plan, and this part just came to me. So of course we went to the Lexington Comic-Con. VIP as usual. It's definitely more expensive this year. It's usually like $100 for the 4-day pass, and you get like a T-shirt and some stuff. Mm-hmm. It's $140 this year. Mm. Some years I would not feel okay. I would feel fine with that. This year, I don't know. It wasn't working for me as much this year, but that's also kind of a me thing. Anyways, let's start with, especially with the Kevin Smith, it's a whole thing. But let's start with the stuff we kind of both got, sort of. You get to pick out from a whole bunch of T-shirts, Lexington Comic-Con logo shirt when you go VIP. So that's the one that Miss Mary got.
Yeah, I got one with this year's year on it.
And then, of course, they have that on the back. And then we both already have a bunch of these, but from various
I never
years.
washed mine from last year. It's still folded up on with all my other stuff from last year.
I've washed all of mine. I think I've worn 1 out of like 6 I have, like once. I like them though. So this year I thought I look good in blue, and I like the He-Man logo, so that's good.
Yeah.
Despite not having a huge Star Wars presence, we did get this pretty cool, I'm gonna say 18 by 22, 18 by 24 poster probably.
Yeah. I was gonna say the 501 had some pretty sweet stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't show you a lot of it. Listen, I'm at Comic-Con. I'm having fun. I don't remember to film because I'm not being that guy.
Roxy, the Rancor, was also there.
Yeah, we got some photos with that and lightsabers and stuff. Should be pretty cool. We both get an exclusive comic. We just have the same one. Mm-hmm. Nothing different there. Don't know anything about it. As we just discovered, we also get a pin in our bag. We got 2 different pins. We thought it was always the same pin. That's the pin I got. Mm-hmm. That we can obviously change or trade or whatever.
And I got,
Oh, interesting. So you got like the company logo of the Inner Geek, and I got an actual Lexington Comic-Con one. Fascinating. Or maybe we actually got one of each of these, because that looks familiar to me, and I thought something fell out of my bag.
Yesterday.
That's why it looks familiar to me. All right, let's move over to some of what Mary got, and then we'll go to what I got, because there's a fun transition to be had.
I got this from our friend Nick's booth.
Oh yeah, Nick Brown. From producer, wedding buddy. Mm-hmm. Nice.
And then I got this from my dad from the teacher room. I'm glad I got the first night because they sold out their pins really fast.
Nice.
And then I got some magnets.
Magnets. Nice, Catzilla.
It reminds me of Jack.
It does.
And then
reminds me of Jack on top of Itty Bit with a future. I don't know.
But yeah, I thought that was a cute little mashup.
That is pretty cute. Plus anything Stitch is fun. Oh.
And then that was just adorable.
Yeah, that is pretty cute.
And it's just like tiny art that I can stick on my fridge.
Right? Yeah, because we did make a rule. I'm not gonna tell you how much art we bought, but we kind of had a rule about we haven't really hung up any of the art we bought in the last years. So we're like, we're not gonna buy almost any art until we actually get some art hung up. So
yeah,
that helped. That saved a lot of money.
Okay, and then I can't decide if I'm keeping these or if one or both of these might be going to Mom as presents.
Okay.
And Mom doesn't watch these to the best of my knowledge, so I'm not worried.
Okay. Yeah, your mom probably shouldn't watch your vlogs. I mean, those sex scenes would just be inappropriate. What are y'all not on Patreon? You haven't seen the unrated versions of these? That's because they don't exist. But go sign up for my Patreon anyways.
Got this little guy. Got a cute little hat.
Cool little hat.
A cute big hat, actually.
It's a cat in a hat. Ba-bum, ba-bum. It's a cat in a hat. Ba-bum, ba-bum. The hat is really cute. Ba-bum, ba-bum. And now the cat goes toot. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Cat in a hat. Cat in a hat. He likes to fart. And he's so cute. Okay, I was trying to write a Perry Grip song. It wasn't working.
Okay.
I was also making a soundtrack for while we do this. These people also sell awesome vinyl records.
Yeah. I thought that was cute.
And by that, I mean the people that she bought this from.
Yeah. They also have a really nifty, a lady's wallet that had a dragon on it that I thought about getting for Mom, but Mom's kind of particular about her wallet, so
Yeah.
it's like,
But yeah, we thought that was really cute, and that's a fun table.
So I think that's everything of mine except for that last one.
So I set it over to the side here. You'll see it once you
Oh
get
yeah, I
over there.
do.
And, while you get it, I'm going to put the... Oh!
What did you just do?
Nothing.
Did you step on the corner and shit?
I guess so.
Okay. So
I'm just putting the camera on me so she can do her... I'll turn the camera around. Okay, here we go. Here's the piece of art Mary got,
this is what I got.
which is, again, quite attractive. Signature down there.
I think they called it drink.
And I guess I should say we each bought one piece of art, other than what was included in the package. So that's what she bought.
And y'all want to see what Eric got?
That's going in my bathroom. He's full of poop. Much like me. Although I don't really keep candy back there, and maybe I should. Except also, too, he's got the toilet paper completely wrong. But
Oh,
he's either having a lot of fun or he's
maybe
pushing really hard.
potpourri.
It's candy. I would never have potpourri and stuff. It still smells way too synthetic. But yeah, boop. There was this one artist that made all kinds of cool Stitch crossovers. But man, he was selling. Here, man, you take the camera over now. Usually, if you've never been to these cons, these 11 by 17 posters, you'll see usually for around $20 to $25 if you're buying one from any artist. But they usually cut you some deals where, like, you know, you get two and they're like $15 each or $20 each. You get three for like $50, whatever.
Like that Stitch one was.
That was a 25 or three for 50. So that's somewhere in the ballpark. It can range a little above, a little below that.
My fancier original art type thing was
$20.
Was actually $30.
Well, $30
If I got the second one, I could have gotten them both for 50.
And also though, but she was also getting like, it looks like maybe an 1824 as well. It's definitely bigger than 1117.
Yeah, it is a little bit bigger.
But anyways, the point being, the Stitch guy, he had amazing work. Like, we would have loved to have bought for, would have been a no, like, it wouldn't have even been a decision. It's like, yeah, what's the deal? What are these selling for individually? What's the deal?
I think that the sign-on's been said he's actually a storyboarder for a lot of Disney and Nickelodeon.
Right, which we think is why he's way overcharging, but we didn't buy anything from him because he wanted $40 per 11 by 17 print. These are not originals, prints. And I made some 11 by 17 prints in my merch store right now for El Loco. I really love them. I know how cheap these things are, even in small runs. And $40, or you could get four for $100. And it's like, no, that's just ridiculously high. We could not justify that, right? I mean,
Right.
That was just excessive. So we don't know what his deal was, but I mean, and again, you're a Disney person, fine, whatever. You want to charge on the higher spectrum. You maybe even go a little over the spectrum, but you don't go double what everybody else does.
Yeah, I do.
A lot of people were buying from him, I noticed.
Yeah, I do wonder. I was halfway tempted to talk to the lady who was running the booth. Be like, so how's sales been?
All right. Or why is your stuff double what everybody else charges? Anyways, all right, let's start showing off my stuff. I bought 2 vinyl albums. Don't pan over.
Oh.
Sorry, I know, I didn't think. Because we are going to that VIP show. This is one of the great Offspring albums. We got Americana. Pretty fly for a white guy. The Kids Aren't Alright. All kinds of good stuff on here. The Kids Aren't Alright, which was in The Faculty. Fucking love that movie. The version of Feelings. I mean, come on. There's Americana. I mean, the end of the line. No breaks. I mean, why don't you get a job? Ah, so many good songs on this.
Wait, let me see the. So, okay.
Yep, the
All
Bugs
right.
Hate the Kid. And the one I really wanted to get, and again, they had a lot of albums I really wanted to get. Oh, by the way, they sold these things, and part of why I bought these albums, I don't often find these particular ones, and also they sell them for practically retail or at retail, because there's like, one was $24, one was $23. So it's like, yeah, and these are brand new in great shape. And this I'm very excited about. We got a limited edition colored vinyl. I don't know what color, but The Interrupters, In the Wild. This is such a good album. So I was very excited about that. So I bought those. They had a bunch of metal albums usually, but sometimes they had some good punk stuff. I bought Social Distortion from them last year. And they're just really cool people. And then I got a couple of pins. I got their last Anthrax pin because I fucking love Anthrax, and I'm a little mad we didn't know about Horror Hound Cincinnati. It's like an hour from here, competing convention, but freaking Scott Ian, huge influence on me. The reason I wear cargo shorts, Anthrax, and then of course I got a pretty sweet Green Day pin because yes. So I really like all that. And that company, by the way, that does the vinyl and those cat thing, the last cat thing we showed you, Baby Rabies.
Yeah.
That's awesome. They're on Facebook at Baby Rabies. This is not sponsored. I just like those people. They were very cool. Instagram, baby_rabies. Twitter at Baby Rabies. And email wth@babyrabies.com. But, so that was really cool. And then I got, I think, one more thing.
Okay.
No, two more things. Let's go. Yeah, no, we'll do this one. Oh, if we forgot a Mary thing, we'll come back around to that. Because you're wearing it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 3D printed. Oh, we got Mike. They did these 3D printing things, and his birthday's in like a week, and they did these Mount Rushmores, like geeky Mount Rushmores, where it was various geekdoms, like they had the cereal monsters on one, things like that, the classic slashers on one. We got him the Golden Girls one. He loved it. And I also found there a nice golden yogurt. Because, like, listen, History of the World ain't working for me. I'm hearing bad things about History of the World Part 2, but Spaceballs is still a fucking banger. And just the kind of ironic, for lack of a better term, that I'm the consumer and the consume meme, and this all comes from the merchandising, and I bought the Golden Idol. I mean, come on. That says so much. And then I got one other thing that we'll put to use eventually in one of the vlogs.
Oh, yeah.
I got a new cocktail glass strainer. We haven't used those often, but you've seen them. They're like kind of these spring things that fit right inside a glass and allow you to strain. Because some cocktails want that. They don't want the metal being used and blah, blah, blah. But I got, no cocktail will ever be a miss. Oh shit, every cocktail is gonna be a miss, isn't it? But Stormtrooper fucking, spring-loaded strainer. So, very, very fun. It was like 20 bucks too, so I was like, yeah, okay. And then what we forgot to show you with Mary at the same place, especially because her lightsaber hilt has a Rancor tooth. We got her a Rancor.
No, this is a tooth. My hilt has a claw.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I had 2 awesome margaritas a minute ago, y'all. Nice.
Watch out, you got Jack behind
I sensed him, but thank you for the heads up. Anything else?
I think that's everything.
Yeah, we were pretty restrained this year. No celebrity photo ops, no meetings because I had to cancel the Kevin Smith thing.
Yeah.
Because his flight, and again, nobody's fault. His flight got delayed because of horrible weather last night. And so they had to move everything to Sunday, but now I would have had to been there and ready to go at 10 a.m. And I'm
Jack.
already exhausted from yesterday. I know what that was because he's been getting in there. He had it way off the other day.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, honey, this is bad. You don't want this to fall on you.
Yeah, that is really bad now that I had not considered falling on you. Jack, be careful, bud. Jack, be nimble. Jack, be quick. Jack, please, remember the rule. Don't be a dick. And that's where we end it. Vinyl unboxing, let's do it. I still subscribe. I think it's like 40 bucks a month, 36 or something, then shipping. They curate based on my Discogs, which I just realized I haven't logged in a couple of months, so who knows. But also my Spotify likes. Last month was, I haven't listened to anything they sent me in months because it's not been good weather for going on the deck and partying, but we'll get there. Let's see what 3 albums they got. You know how this works. Let's go. Let's do this. We got our note. We'll get to it. Who is this? What am I looking at? Oh, like a 3D cutout. We Are Sharks. Do. And the record is called New Low. I like the art because this is like cut out. That window's cut out. This is another layer. There's like 3 layers of. Maybe it's only 2 layers. Just that's a window. But, okay. I like the band name. We Are Sharks indeed. Baby, I'm ready to go. And then we got, hey, my name is Eric. Eric Slick. Palisades. Kind of looks like a young me. No glasses. It looks a lot like a young me. Did I make a record and have a fake name and not know it? Interesting. No idea. I know I have so many albums. I don't know what I did, but I would know if I was on vinyl. And then last but not least, all right, so there's nothing in here that I'm like, oh my God, Camelot.
Musical?
Scarmels? Yes, it's Starmals. Okay. Not a clue. Let's read the card. Same art. They've stopped doing anything fun. Here's that if you want to look at it yourself. I feel like Holly usually does well. Hey Eric, this time around we've got you an album about being low but not out from Canada pop punkers We Were Sharks. Nice. Comes an exclusive Baby Shark blue vinyl. I was already making the song jokes with trailers. Next, a dark and beautiful record from Dr. Dog's Eric Slick. Palisades, his critically acclaimed solo debut. Finally, a 2021 indie pop release from Emily Moles, aka Star Moles. Check out Bloodhounds. It's my favorite track. Cheers, Holly. Okay. Probably cool. I'll listen to it eventually. Maybe it inspires some new music I can make that nobody will go listen to. Right on. Rock and roll! Touch the nipples. All right. All right, so I made Mary watch 2 movies she didn't want to, and I enjoyed every second of it. We're gonna talk about them individually, but we watched the 2 arguably worst Fast and Furious movies, and first we're gonna talk about Too Fast, Too Furious.
And ludicrous speed.
At ludicrous speed. But you know what? I love Too Fast, Too Furious. Listen, I'm missing Vin, I'm missing the rest of the family. But it's because we bring in Ludacris, it's because we bring in Tay Diggs. They're great. And Tay Diggs, yeah, Tay. His chemistry with Paul Walker, I think, is really, really fun. We got a menacing bad guy. We got not Eva Longoria. Eva Mendes. Yeah. Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider's girlfriend. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's dumb. I love these movies. Mary had never seen it. What'd you think?
The effects were ridiculous. Because again, every time they hit that
Nos.
that nos, it was like, and like, I'm sure lots of people made ludicrous speed jokes.
They have to have, right? Which again, as I told her, is not a staple of the series. That was early in the franchise and they're figuring it out, you know? Because the first one had really good sense of speed without any of that kind of weirdness.
Yeah.
This one really tried to push that.
But there's a decent amount of chemistry between most of our main players, so it was reasonably fun.
And it's got a good pace and it's silly, and I love spoilers-ish, I guess. I love the kind of final chase scene and like the whole chaos they cause of the swarm or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Swarm is no.
Something like that.
Scramble?
Scramble, yeah, the scramble. Yeah, that stuff is so much fun. Stereotypical cops and FBI agents, but really fun there too.
And there's that moment where it's like, them big boys are out again.
Yeah, there's a couple of those moments. I feel like, and again, spoilers for the end, because I do want to talk about this. I feel like there was a Mythbusters episode where they tried to recreate that ending.
Oh, really?
Onto the boat. No. Well, it looks like them old dude boys are in trouble again. I love the ejector seats.
Yeah.
That was really fun. Especially Tay Diggs, his reaction to it, like, I know it's coming, you don't know it's coming. Boom!
Actually, it was the repeated head slams and then...
Well, yeah, knocking him out a little bit, yeah. It's like a wrestling game. You gotta loosen them up before you can land your signature. But yeah, I mean, again, it's like, what, a 2-hour movie, and it's just incredibly well paced. It's fun, it's loud, it's dumb, and I love it. I love every second of it, man.
I'm not gonna say I love it, but
it is my second least favorite, but as you'll find, even the one I like the least, I still really like.
It should be the next one?
Yeah, because I really like these movies. You want to talk about the next one? Let's move on.
Sure. I'm drifting. Sure.
Howdy, y'all. I'm definitely a high school teenager.
I looked it up. Because it was driving me insane about how not a high schooler he was.
There's a lot about this movie I really am annoyed by, but I still have fun with it.
I checked it. At the time the movie was made, the lead actor, who's I guess playing 17,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
is
We're
actually
giving him the benefit of the doubt.
24.
Yeah, when he filmed. And who cast this guy? Who did he sleep with to get this role? Because his accent, I guess in hindsight, it's a bit more of an Alabama accent, but it didn't come from either of his parents or anywhere he lives in this movie.
Well, we didn't move downtown a whole lot.
Right. And oh my God. And honestly, the opening of this movie is so gross. I forgot how gross it is. Where like, you know, it's like, I only race for pink slips. And it's like, boys, how about you race for me? Winner gets me. It's like, oh my God. And then you get the guy, the most forgettable son from Home Improvement is like the jock. I forgot we didn't have that discussion.
I mean, I was saying, I'm like, he looks really familiar.
Mm-hmm. And then throwing a baseball in his back. Like, it's so fucking ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But Mary got to enjoy this one a little more than I do because Japan.
She said the weirdly French accent.
Oui, oui. Is this not how Japanese teenagers talk? It's apparently how American Bama fit. I don't know what I'm talking about. Also, you have.
It was actually hilarious trying to hear him do Japanese in that accent.
Yeah, right. That is kind of fun. I also have a love-hate with Bow Wow. Like, Bow Wow is actually great in this. Like,
that was Little Bow Wow?
That was Little Bow Wow. Well, he's Bow Wow by now. But he's great. Like, he felt natural and charming.
Oh, yeah.
But I always forget what his name is, or at least his nickname that everybody...
Twinkie?
They either call him Twink or Twinkie. They use both. And I'm like, somebody didn't do their research on their slang. Because, like, half the movie, people are calling him, like, yo, Twink, get over here. It's like, I mean, he kind of is, I guess.
In Japan, maybe it's not that sort of slang.
I know, but it was American people saying that, you know. And the whole American muscle, like, you know, again, spoilers, you kind of get to, like, the big end race, and it's like, isn't that frame of that car going to be a little bit more heavy for drifting than what you know, I know what you're trying to do here, but...
Yeah, and nobody addresses that at all.
Right. Well, again, these movies are just big, dumb fun. I mean, these are like mega budget asylum films, honestly. They're in that vein of, you just turn your fucking brain. Have you seen the trailer for the newest one? When the helicopters shoot grappling, this is in the trailer for the newest one.
Yeah.
When the helicopters shoot grappling hooks into each side of Ben's car, so he jumps off a thing, so his force yanks them to crash together. I'm like, come on, I love this franchise.
I think the physics on that actually works.
I know, but still.
But yeah, he all the time we're watching Star Wars, he goes, stop trekking my wars. Now he's like, stop trekking my Fast and Furious.
Yeah, exactly. But I like it, and of course we haven't even talked about it, but Han is fucking great.
Yeah, he's like the best character.
And I don't want to say too much for her because she hasn't seen Forward. She's seen trailers and stuff, but as I did tell her when the movie was over, because we have that little post-credit scene, I don't remember exactly where in the timeline this movie happens, but I know it's supposed to happen much later in the timeline. Some of these sequels we're about to watch are supposed to be before this movie actually happens.
Which makes the flip phones really awkward.
It really does, yeah, the flip phone stuff, like, okay. But also, I had forgotten what happens to Han in part 3. And again, I have to be very delicate how I talk about this, because I'm like, well, wait, where does this fit in the timeline? Where are we now? Where is he? Because I still haven't seen 9. We're gearing up to see 10 in May. And I never got around to seeing 9. And I'm just like, I'm anxious to figure that shit out, figure out the puzzle pieces there, because I'm like, your timeline, okay, even if you move the timeline, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And also too, is the Yakuza Uncle Boss really gonna be like, yeah, you beat my nephew and you humiliated him, you're free to go? It's like, I don't think that's how organized crime actually works.
I don't know. It's one of those things where the nephew was already in hot water.
There is that. Oh, you're still in real shoes. That's why you're so much taller than me.
Yeah, it's because my back's bothering me.
No, that's fine. I wasn't a judgment. It was just, I just finally noticed and put 2 and 2 together. But Uncle, sorry.
Yeah, it's just like, because the nephew was already in hot water, and in some ways, you know, especially if he kind of died during the race, because I'm not sure if they pulled him out of that car or not.
You know, in hindsight, we just watched it last night. That's a good point. I don't remember if anybody got the nephew out of that car. I kind of like the idea they just left him there to die. He's there bleeding to death, like, oh, help me! No.
It's just like...
He was a really good, annoying, fucking asshole prick, by the way.
So, okay, so he allowed somebody to steal from him, from his uncle. And then he lost this race that he should have won. It may have just been better for everybody that he dies and it's just like, we just let the guys go.
Yeah. And definitely some fun fetishization in here. And there was a line that I probably haven't seen this movie in a few years since I went viral or whatever. This is the moment when Twink takes Bama, that's what I'm going to call him, I don't know his name, to his first like Japanese race or whatever. And he just throws him a box of tissues like for when you blow your load. I was like, oh, it's me watching Star Wars. It's like, I don't remember that many short skirts in Star Wars. Oh no, Mary. Oh, I just pictured Padme in one of those outfits. Excuse us, I need to buy Mary some clothing. What else do you think about that movie, Mary?
Again, I had a lot of fun just because it's like, oh, look at all the Japanese stuff.
The car vending parking thing?
Yeah.
That was real cool too.
But the one thing
car.
that was brilliant. I'm so glad I didn't get trashed. But the one thing that was missing from my bingo card was one of those insanely tricked out semi trucks, because some of those are just works of art. And it was just like, you guys missed the beat there.
I also like that midway through the movie, Mary's like with Han, like, what is he always eating? And I'm like, yeah. Not the what, but there's gonna be something fun there. There's some things I would like to talk about, but I can't talk about because I don't want to give her a yay or nay on things coming up. So, but you know, I mean, all these movies tie together, and there's a certain amount of characters that do or do not come back in the future, and you know, and I'm like, I kind of wonder in some of the newer ones, the one I haven't seen or the ones upcoming, if some of these other characters might, because I feel like eventually everybody who was ever in it that didn't die will show back up, and even if they did die, maybe they find a way for them to show back up because it's like a comic book series at this point. And and I got a movie I can review too. I just remembered I can talk about that here real quick in a second.
Okay.
Because I want to relate it to these movies. But listen, we got the two. Even it's like pizza, man. Like even at its worst, I still enjoy the fuck out of it. And these to me are the weakest of the entire franchise, but they're still really enjoyable. Mm-hmm. But I'm anxious for us to start moving on to 4, and especially from 5. Like 5 on is when they get like Sharknado beautifully ridiculous. You know, like once The Rock shows up. Because I told Mary, she's like, I mean, these are okay. I'm not hating them, but I'm not loving them. And I was like, well, just remember. I was like, you saw Hobbs and Shaw. She's like, yeah. She's like, you like that, right? Like, yeah. I was like, by the time we get to 5, they all start getting Hobbs and Shaw. She's like, okay. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, so there you go. Good? That's our thoughts on that. All right. Wow. So I remembered that I finally watched John Wick 3, not 4, 3. I haven't watched 3. I put it off. I like John Wick 1 and 2 a hell of a lot. They're really fun. So I watched 3. I really enjoyed 3. But because I watched it after we were watching Fast and Furious movies, it occurred to me, these movies are Fast and Furious movies with a smaller cast, and instead of racing and ridiculous heists, it is gun fu. But they are tonally very similar to the Fast and Furious movies, which watching them in that regard, I really love. I mean, don't get me wrong, Keanu is fantastic. The action, the gun fu, you know, the fights, the pacing. I do love the pacing of these movies, particularly this one, where it's nonstop. You barely stop for any kind of dialogue, character scenes. It's all told through just this constant fighting and action. And, you know, it's just that the whole consequences thing, like they talk about in the movie. And it's like, and I haven't seen 4 yet. I have some suspicions because some things are apparently very spoilery, and I might go see it this week. It's like it's never going to end. Either he has to die or he has to kill every single person. And I also have to say, with what I've seen in the first 3, he's killed like 500 people in 3 days that they've sent after him. And I'm like, at what point does the table cut their fucking losses and say, you know what? Listen, he's the one exception. Everybody fuck off and leave John Wick alone. If you fuck with John Wick, it's at your own expense, and we aren't backing you. That said, there are some very interesting and shocking twists and turns, particularly at the end with some people you think are very friendly and maybe aren't very friendly. And some of the violence is fucking insane. When the armored people come after him and he gets that armor-piercing shotgun and he's just literally just turning full fucking heads into pink mist, pretty fucking awesome in a horrifying way. Not super gruesome. I mean, they could make it way more gruesome, but, you know, like I like effects like that, but it's already pretty gross as it is. And, you know, Halle Berry, as much as I don't really like Halle Berry, there's something about her, to me personally, is off-putting. She's fine. I'm not like saying she's terrible, but for me personally, I'm just like, when I see Halle Berry, I'm like, ugh, no, anybody else, please. But she was actually pretty good in this. Some people have asked for a spinoff with her and her character. If somebody else had played her, maybe. But I do like it with the dogs and everything. And man, when that one guy and the dog, and even though it didn't really, you know, I mean, spoilers, I guess, but I don't blame her. But at the same time, like, dude, chill the fuck out. Like, now that's not on Wick, that's on you. The desert stuff, a little weird, but I know we're kind of doing some allegory here. You know, my man Morpheus, Lawrence Fishburne, aka Larry Fishburne, back in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, before he was Lawrence. Awesome, really awesome. And of course, now that I wanted to say his name, I just totally blanked on it. Is it Lance? He just passed away. Riddick, yes, Lance Riddick.
Wait, he passed?
Yeah, just like 2 days ago, like 61.
God damn it.
Yeah, man. So that's a real heartbreaker, because that guy he's one of those dudes who's that guy in that thing, and he's been in a lot of those things, and he's fan-fucking-tastic. And it'll be interesting to see. I don't know if he's in 4 or not. I haven't seen 4 yet. He could be, obviously, because it would have been done by now. But that is a bummer to see him go. But I enjoyed the hell out of John Wick 3. If I feel like getting up and getting out of the house early enough Wednesday before we go see D&D, I may go see John Wick 3. I mean 4.
That was a great joke.
The Electric Booga Tour, the Electric Mayhem Tour, Part 4, John Wick 4 Electric Mayhem Tour. I don't know. I'm trying to, you know what? Shut up, Eric. All right, that's that. All right. And it's cocktail time, a little earlier than usual, because I'm going to go do trailers and stuff. I just finished dinner. So I have this. This book's a little weird. It has a ton of cocktails in it, sound good, but it doesn't give you specific measures. It gives you, like, you know, 1 measure of these ingredients versus, like, you know, 2 of that. So it's kind of...
It's in proportions.
Yeah, it's a proportional measurement, not an exact measurement. So this is called the Honeymoon Paradise. So we're gonna do an equal measure of fresh lemon juice, already squeezed, Cointreau, and blue Curacao. We're gonna put it in a highball glass, and we're gonna top it off with champagne. I know this isn't exactly champagne, but it's kind of dry, but you know what? It'll be fine. And then I'll drink the rest of that instead of white wine. Because Mary's still not on the helping train. Soon.
I have developed a love-hate relationship with champers.
Oh yeah, there's also that. Like, because that last thing we made with this stuff was like the whole bottle mixed with like lime juice and stuff. It was like a champagne margarita.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hit you really hard, didn't it? It was delicious, but...
Oh, I had a terrible hangover the next day.
Yeah, it was pretty bad for her.
Oh, by the way, I've been thinking about my birthday.
Okay.
You know what could be fun?
You have one of those?
Yes. 13 days after yours.
Oh, that's right.
I told you about that new place in town that has the karaoke rooms.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like on a Friday or Saturday, see if we can rent one and get our friends.
It's very possible. Opa!
I can't remember what the name is called. I'm gonna have to ask Kathy.
I have to ask Kathy. Gross. No, I'm just messing with you. All right, so pop this bad boy open. So I'm just gonna go with an ounce of each of these.
So it's a 1-to-1?
Yeah. So.
And then topped off with shrimpers?
Yeah, oops, that's a little bit more than an ounce.
Oh, no.
I know. We'll go a little bit hard on the carousel too then.
This holds 2 ounces or 4 ounces?
2. That's about, still fairly equal.
Tablespoon, that's what I was thinking.
And no ice in this drink, so it's a good thing the champagne is already cold. And fresh squeezed lemon juice. Heavy on that too, just like, it doesn't say to stir or anything, it just says then top with champagne. Now my highball glass, you know what, I'm not gonna go all the way because I want to get the measurement right. That seems about right.
It's still very good.
Ooh, pretty. I should go get my glow cube and put it in there.
Good hope the sun.
Well, we don't show street signs, right?
No.
Ooh,
I can't see.
fizzy.
Oh, yeah, you're.
All right, well, let's I think I should stir it or something, but let's go for it, shall we? Ooh. Ooh, that's pretty good. The lemon and the orange really comes through. Ooh.
Well, considering it's all lemon and orange except for the
Yeah, but it totally
champagne.
takes any of that flavor away, and it's just kind of a fizzy, orange, lemony soda almost.
Let me try.
Now, granted, you're not as big into orange or lemon, so I don't know, but
Well, it depends.
true. I like that. I like that a lot.
I'm not sure what I think about that.
Well, the fact you don't hate it is a good sign.
I feel like it definitely needs ice cubes, though.
I could see that. And maybe a straw, because if otherwise I'm going to chug the fuck out of that. 209.
209.
Yeah.
I just want to see for my own ass how they did this.
That's
in
fine.
here.
Yeah, I definitely need to put a straw in that, or I'm going to be drinking that way too fast.
Okay, that is interesting.
Mm-hmm. What's in the French sherbet? We don't have cognac. Or what the fuck is Kirsch? I don't know. But that's a pretty cool book. It's broken down, like we're in the champagne section. It's broken down by type of primary liquor. Is that a fucking dill pickle?
Yeah.
Oh, cucumber. Oh.
Yeah, strip of cucumbers garnish.
What is in that? Lemon juice and what's that?
Big ducting.
I don't know what that is. I mean, I've heard of it, but okay. Apparently, I still need a lot of things.
We don't have a big enough liquor cabinet, sweetie.
But we will. You know what? I think I'm going to leave that stuff out for a little bit. Since I got that lemon juice, I might have another one of those. Although I think the plan was I was going to make a different champagne cocktail and get ahead for next week. But we'll see. All right, I got to go do some trailer reacts. She's going to break down a chicken. Okay, super brief music update because who the fuck cares? I'll get to my new album when I get to it. I did not get playlisted with Spotify because they give a shit more about if you're already not famous, but if you're already successful and how well you write a pitch. They don't care. They don't actually judge your music for your music. I say I am a bitter asshole. I'm a bitter asshole. It's fine. My shit probably sucks as far as they're concerned. That's fine. It's very dated. I'm very old. Nobody cares. We had a pretty good opening day live stream, decent numbers, nothing spectacular. A lot of people would still laugh at the numbers, and that's fine. Better numbers than I've ever had. But then the next day, we went from like 13 listeners with 76 streams to the next day, 1 listener, 1 stream, and the day after that, 0 listeners, 0 stream, which is vastly underwhelming. And even though I was prepared for the usual release music, get excited, get depressed and disappointed, that was extreme. So fuck everybody. I don't care except for the people that were there Friday. That's not entirely true. I'm drunk and angry right now. Drunk and bitter. I'm not angry. I'm bitter. But that's why I'm like, fuck it. I don't need to do this for anybody but myself. I'll save a bunch of money on marketing. Nobody will ever find out about it. I'll have great music that I get to enjoy until the day I die, and then I'll be completely forgotten, and that's fine. Honestly, too, I think the thing is I don't care if people like it, but the fact that nobody's even trying it, that's where my bitterness comes from. I could get 1,000 listens and 999 of those people hate it. I'd be a lot happier because at least 1,000 people tried. You know, but I do appreciate the 5, 6, 7. That's not, I'm not underselling it. The 5, 6, or 7 of you that actually give a shit. Thank you so much. Everybody else, whatever, man. You don't owe me shit. It's fine. It's my own bullshit to deal with. I'll deal with it. The one thing is, especially since Spotify doesn't give a fuck unless you're going to play the full game, and I'm way too old and ugly and fat and bullshitty for any of that, I don't have to worry about having my shit done 5 weeks before it releases anymore because fuck them. They're never going to playlist me. So maybe I can still have Mary EP Part 2 come out on time for the 7 of you. We'll see. We'll see where we get with that. I mean, I'm going to make it. I'm excited to make it. I'm excited about the rest of the songs I'm planning to do this year and next year, but we'll see. I'm just not going to hype it. You'll probably still get lyric videos. You'll get some other things, but I'm not as worried about it anymore. I think there was more to that. I don't know what it is. Yeah, whatever. Obviously, I'm in a mood about it, and I've been in a mood about it all weekend, especially because, like I said, this is the best effort I've ever put forward, and it's not that it's like a bunch of people hating on it. It's just, I would take people hating on it at this point over no one even trying. That's like the worst. That's the worst outcome. So new music eventually. Whatever. All of this can eat a dick. No, dicks are for winners. All of this can fuck off. I don't care. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of putting in that much effort. And I'm reminded why it's usually 10 years between every album I put out. I'm not going to let that happen this time, but it's the same thing over and over. You put in months and months and months of just insane effort and passion. And I do it for me first and foremost. And I'm going to be thrilled with this. But then it's just devastatingly disappointing that people won't even give you a chance. And, you know, I mean, I barely posted about it this weekend, honestly, too. So I'm certainly to blame. And that's because stupid fucking Comic-Con. That was a bullshit Wow, I'm in a mood. I don't know where this mood's coming from. I've been in a decent mood all day. I've had a really rough weekend mentally in terms of just being in a shit mood. And today felt pretty damn good. And suddenly now I'm back in a fucking fucked up mood. So I should probably just shut the fuck up. Yeah, because you don't need this. There's enough negativity out there. You don't need to feel mine. I try to bring you positivity and happiness. Obviously, I'm a human being. I'm going to have my moods and my moments. You've seen them, I'm sure, but whatever. So, music, I'm making it for me. You're just lucky if you get to hear. No, see, now that punishes. I say shit like that, and that sounds like it punishes the handful of people that do give a shit. Like an Ezio, Brittany, Goku, Kefla, Carl, you know, a handful of other people. I'm gonna finish this. All right, ignore me. I'm full of shit. Who fucking cares? I love it. You'll never know if you love it because you're never gonna listen to it. So that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you, everybody. Comment below. Let me know, you know, what do you think about anything? Maybe I'll care. I definitely care more about what y'all have to say than you care about what I have to say. That is also bitter asshole bullshit. Next week is my birthday week, so hopefully it'll be better. I think I'm also just pissed off that I'm old and fat and ugly, and even that, I don't fucking believe that. I'm saying that. I vaguely, minorly feel that. I don't care, because none of that shit fucking matters. At the end of the day, all that matters is I live a life that I enjoyed, and for the most part I am. And because I let myself get too wrapped up in this, that's the only time I'm not enjoying things. So I'm not gonna get wrapped up in it anymore. I'm over it. Fuck it all. I'm just gonna do what I want. I'm EricButts, damn it, I do what I want. We'll get through this. We'll get through this together. I'll see y'all later, okay? EricButts.com, whatever. Links in the description. Bye.